Once everything began with a word. But what if that word doesn't start something new? What if it marks the end? Can money ever substitute for someone's heart in a battle driven by pride? Honestly, I wish I just kept quiet. Things haven't been smooth lately. Then again, is life ever truly simple for anyone? Most of us are barely holding on, clinging to jobs like they're lifeboats. That's how I hold on to my cab. It's all I've got. They joke I never say no to a fare, and they're not wrong. Though lately, there aren't many rides to take. Fewer folks flag down cabs now. You hear these crazy stories about taxi rides gone wrong. Me? I think most of them are just talk. My passengers are usually nothing out of the ordinary. Parents taking kids to clinics, shoppers loaded with bags, or office workers riding home after long shifts. Most people these days would rather pass out at a party than call a cab. But one Monday ride stuck with me. It came in from the airport. Usually those are easy money, but this time the destination was way out, some remote neighborhood of cottages on the edge of nowhere. I didn't hesitate. I accepted. A guy in his 40s hopped in. Something about him struck me. Polished, confident, but approachable. His face was freshly trimmed, his hair short and neat, and his coat and scarf combo gave off this quiet elegance. Still, there was a warmth to him, a kindness behind his smile. "Evening," he said, settling in. "Mind putting on some local music? It's been a while. Catch me up on what's popular." "Sure," I replied, not really sure why I was so eager to play along. "Name's Eugene," he added with a grin. "Harry," I responded. And just like that, the ride became a conversation. He talked the whole way, looked out the window like he was watching memories scroll by. "You never realize how deep your roots go until you've been away too long," he said. "This is my 6th time working overseas, and you'd think I'd be used to it, but I still get that tug." He smiled as he said it, almost shy. "I brought back presents for my wife. She's been dreaming of a real wedding. Dove's gown, the whole storybook. I'm going to make it happen this time." He paused. "I lost a business once. Built a life. Watched it crumble and started over. But she stuck with me. She's something special." The more he talked, the more I admired him. A man rebuilding from nothing, putting everything on a line for love. He wasn't rich in money, but he was rich in something better. Hope. It was infectious. We reached the cottages, and he leaned forward to direct me. "Turn there, second house." I glanced over and told him I thought I recognized the place. I'd picked someone up from there recently. He nodded, gathering his bags. "Thanks for taking the trip out here. Not many would. Most drivers don't like heading this far unless they can charge a premium. But hey, that's on them." He smiled and stepped out, leaving the echo of laughter and a sense of purpose behind him. But just as I was about to pull away, he paused, his hand still on the door. He turned and slid back into the seat. The shift in his tone was almost invisible, but it was there. "Did you say you picked someone up from here?" he asked, light and casual, but there was tension in the question. Yeah, a young guy." I muttered, instantly regretting my words. His expression hardened just slightly. "Young guy? Shouldn't be. My wife's the only one home when I'm gone." A beat passed. What did he look like? I hesitated, but described him. Tall, dark hair, a relaxed vibe. Eugene's silence was heavy. He didn't need to say it. His face said it all. His heart was sinking, and I had handed him the anchor. "He was her ex," he muttered, eyes glassy. "Well, that's that." He gave me a smile, if you could call it that, and got out. But he didn't walk straight to the house. He stopped halfway, staring at the path like it betrayed him. I watched him from the rear view. That hopeful man, now a shadow of himself. The image stuck with me as I drove off, my chest tight with guilt. I hadn't meant to ruin anything, but I had, and I couldn't take it back. Back in the city, I stopped for gas, bought a coffee and a sandwich to calm my nerves. I sat on the curb next to my bike, replaying everything. Life really isn't fair. Eugene had been trying so hard, and now this. Just as I crumpled my wrapper, my phone buzzed. New ride request. Same cottage address. And a generous tip tagged on for the last trip. I headed back. This time it wasn't Eugene waiting. A young woman stood by the curb with two bulky suitcases. Her coat was half-zipped, one glove missing, and her hair a mess under her hood. Her face was flushed and tear-streaked. Without a word, I loaded her things. She slid into the back seat. "Take me downtown," she snapped, voice brittle. I glanced at the house. There he was, Eugene at the window, hands gripping the frame, pale, still. But as our eyes met, he gave me a slow, almost invisible nod, a thank you weighed down by grief. The ride back was quiet. The girl didn't speak, just stared out the window, her breath fogging the glass. I didn't need to ask. I knew she'd had someone who gave everything for her, and it wasn't enough. Somewhere along the way, she chose something else. Someone else. And now she was leaving, not with dignity, but in pieces. When we got to the city center, she got out and walked away without looking back. I drove off. All the way, I kept thinking, was I part of this story, or just a bystander who said the wrong thing at the wrong time? Did I shatter something, or just expose the cracks? Maybe I was an unwilling messenger. Maybe a twisted kind of savior.